Can AI replace a database administrator? Not in theory, not someday, right now. Today we're going to test that question with a real experiment. Welcome to Database Engineering Episode 1, the health check. You can debate AI all day or you can test it because results speak louder than opinions. So I designed an experiment, a PostgreSQL database with 21 real production problems. These problems span across 26 different health categories. And I ran the experiment 4 times to get one result. The 21 real problems include dead tuples and disabled autovacuum. When you disable autovacuum on a table, dead tuples pile up forever. The table grows without bound. Then the replication slots or a stale replication slots are one of the biggest reasons for disk growth. Then public access on every table is a security concern. Then nulls in the financial columns, not valid constraints, table and index plot everywhere, and suboptimal PostgreSQL configuration settings. These are some of the things that I have planted. Then I asked AI to fix it, both Claude and Gemini, using two types of prompts, a basic prompt and a detailed prompt. Here is the flow. 21 critical issues. First I asked Gemini with a basic prompt, then Claude with a basic prompt, then I asked Claude with a detailed prompt, and then Gemini with a detailed prompt to fix them. And finally, I compared the results. By the end of this video, we'll answer 3 questions. How much can AI fix on its own? Does the AI model matter or does the prompt matter more? And finally, what problems does AI refuse to touch? Let's run the experiment. First, let me show you the test environment. First, let me connect to my database. So here is my database. Connect lab, Postgres, template 0 and template 1. We are going to create a new database for our experiment. We're going to use plant problems.sh to plant the problems. So it is now creating the database. Demo health. It is inserting the data. Then it is altering the table, then updating the records to create dead tuples. Then it is creating indexes, analyzing the table, doing something related to wraparound problem. It is now analyzing few tables. It is deleting the records, then inserting few. Probably planting log contention, creating extensions, blotting PG stat statements with unique queries. So that's another problem that it is planting. It has now finished planting all the problems. So these are the problems that it has planted. It is in fact 40 problems planted across those categories. Now we're going to give this prompt to fix the problems to both Gemini and Claude. But before that, we're going to take the report after planting the issues. Since we have already planted the issues, we're going to use PG Health Report HTML to generate the report with the actual problems. We are going to take another report after the AI model fixes it. Since the report is now generated, I'm going to go to Gemini and give that prompt to fix it. So the prompt is, the database is sick, scan everything, fix everything, don't ask me anything. It is now trying to connect to the database. It has now connected to my database, and then probability scanning everything. Now probability is trying to solve all the problems. Doing some alter table, then vacuuming, then analyzing the table, then dropping the indexes, probably the duplicate indexes or invalid indexes, whatever. Then it is creating a couple of indexes and then um, fixing lock contentions. I think it has now solved all the problems. So this is the summary of all the actions taken. You can pause this video and go through them. Once the Gemini has solved all the problems, I'm going to take another report called Gemini solved. We are going to compare the basic report with the Gemini solved report later. Now the report has been generated. I'm going to replant the problems for Claude to fix them. So it has now dropped the database and then recreating the database, planting all those problems. It is now completed. I'll give the same prompt to the Claude to finish. Yeah, giving the same prompt. The database is sick. Connect to the database, scan everything, fix everything. Don't ask me anything. It is now trying to connect. It's now connected. Probably it is doing the same thing that the Gemini has done. So it is killing some sessions and then doing some alter, dropping indexes, vacuuming, analyzing, refresh materialized view. It has now completed. I'm going to take the report again. This is Claude basic report. A report is now generated. The report name is PG Health Claude Basic. So I have both Gemini fixed report and Claude fixed report. What I'm doing is I'm replanting the problems. It is now finished. Now I'm going to give the detailed prompt. So this is the prompt. Connect to the database and do all these things. First I'll ask Claude to fix it with a detailed prompt. Then I'll ask Gemini to fix it. Copy and go to the Claude, paste, and this is the prompt. a much more detailed prompt than the earlier prompt. What it is trying to do now, probably it is now connecting to the database and then doing all the things. It is now finished. Create a report, Claude detailed. And after that, what I'm doing is I'm replanting the problems for the Gemini to fix it. So I have asked Gemini to fix it, and Gemini is now currently working on the fix. Now it is now completed. I'm going to use this report to generate a final report that compares the basic report along with all the four uh, reports that were generated after solving the problems with AI with various prompts. The report has now been generated. It is pghealthbattle.html. Let's review the final report. So these are the numbers that each of these models with different prompts has solved. When I go to the details, table bloat and autovacuum, I planted data tuples and autovacuum related problems. Gemini Basic has solved. Claude Basic did not solve. Claude and Gemini Detailed has solved the problems. So here is the analysis. Autovacuum re-enable requires per table alter. So AI sometimes it thought that it is okay to alter the table, and sometimes it is not. And for invalid indexes, I planted few problems, and Gemini Basic has solved it. Claude Basic did not solve. Claude and Gemini Detail solved it. Same with the case of unused indexes. None of the models has solved unused indexes problem. The reason AI hesitant because index can equal to 0 doesn't always mean that it is an unused and waste index. When it comes to duplicate indexes, I planted 2 duplicate index problems. Gemini Basic has solved it. Claude Basic did not solve. Claude and Gemini Detailed has actually solved it. Same with the case of the other problems. I think wraparound, I did not plant any problem there. Some stats gathering activity, long running queries, idling transaction sessions, orphaned prepared transactions. And here comes the interesting thing. Replication slots. I had 3 replication slots inactive, and both the Gemini Basic and Claude Basic did not drop the inactive replication slots, whereas Claude Detailed and Gemini Detailed have solved it. In the detailed prompt, I mentioned that it is a test database, it is okay to drop them. But in real time, when it comes to production database, a stale replication slot should not be dropped. unless you are sure that it is of no use. For example, if a standby is temporarily down, dropping the stale replication slot would lead to recreate your standby. Now here is the summary. Can AI replace a DBA? Live test results, Claude versus Gemini, with a basic and advanced prompt. I planted 21 production problems, then I asked Claude and Gemini to fix them using the basic prompt and advanced prompts. Here is the result. Gemini Basic has solved 12 issues, Claude Basic has solved 5 issues, Gemini and Claude with a detailed prompt has actually solved 17 issues each out of 21 problems, which means a few problems were still not solved by either of the AI models. And with the basic prompt, only 23% of the issues were solved. With the detailed prompt, around 80% of the issues were solved, which means the prompt matters. The more detailed the prompt, the better the result. Where does the AI perform well? The routine DBA tasks, for example, vacuum and analyze, cleaning the data, rebuilding the indexes, dropping duplicate indexes, creating missing foreign key indexes, fixing sequence problems, clearing prepaid transactions, updating configuration parameters. So these are all the mechanical tasks, repeatable operations. AI can perform them in minutes. These tasks represent about 60 to 70% of the routine DBA work. Where AI struggles is where the judgment matters. Decision that requires the context, risk evaluation, and business understanding. For example, dropping the replication slots, reworking public grants, converting unlocked tables to locked tables, fixing column level data issues, changing the search path, restarting the database. These requires business decision, not just SQL. AI does not have that context. With a basic prompt, AI solved only few problems. With a detailed prompt, the success rate improved significantly. Many people say move to DBRE. Is it safe from AI? I tested that too. The results are in the next video. Subscribe to the channel so that you get notified when the next video releases. DBRE versus AI. So the real answer is this. The future is not DBE versus AI. The future combines three things: database deep knowledge, system design thinking, and AI as a force multiplier. So what do you do next? Try the experiment yourself. All the scripts are in the description. Learn prompt engineering for database work. Build deep knowledge that AI can't replace. So does AI replace the DBA? The final answer is engineers who combine their expertise with AI tools will become far more productive. AI replaces the DBA who doesn't adopt. Share your opinions in the comments. I'll read them and shape up the next video based on your suggestions. Thank you.